Hey everybody, SA Nathan here. Been a while since my last video blog. This is an EC video blog, the first one in 2020, the first one in probably a good year or so. A lot has happened in that year, so I'm going to break down to just focusing on the EC brand and things that are happening. First off, the ecbrand.com is a new website. There will be a link posted below. It's on my social media. Check it out, please. Things that have happened since my last video. I'm assuming you have all seen Total Wars Episode 4. Total Wars Episode 5 happened earlier this year, and it was a Beta Squad episode where Crossfire and Deadbolt went to the Harshney ship in orbit, rescued Tall, other things happened, and some slight connections to other series happened, as well as the mention of Tolarian Rubies and Draco, Lord Draco, and a scene between Edson and Axie. So that was big. Episode 29 of Hero Man happened this year. That was the biggest episode I've done in either series ever. That was near 20 minutes of episode, about 12 and a half minutes of animation. And that was one of the best things I've done because it connected a lot of things in the EC universe to Hero Man and vice versa. You had the mention of, first off, you have the opening pre-credit scene that took place in ancient Atlantis with Alexios and Cosmos. Alexios is the father of Sabella, who's Hero Man's mom. So that's a grandfather now we have in the canon. And Alexios, at the end of the episode, appears in his mythical form of Lord Vitae, who's the Master of Void, speaking to Angel Stargazer as she becomes Fire Gazer for the first time officially in the canon, in sequence, in chronological order. So that was huge. Other things in the episode connect to the goddess Lucia in the realm of light, and the children of Phiron on Troa and the Salza system. Phiron's the spirit god of fire, so 1 of 7 spirit gods. So we have some mentioning of a lot of things in that episode, as well as fire, void, dark, light, which are the 4 main elements in the EC universe, and as I'm getting into in both Hero Man and Total Wars eventually. Currently, Total Wars Episode 6 is underway, which runs at the same time as Episode 5. So Episode 5 was Beta Squad. Episode 6 is Alpha Squad, as Bullseye and Razor travel to try to track down what happened to Blade, the Razor's brother of sorts, his fellow member of the Brethren of Blade. There's going to be an opening scene with a young Razor, as well as with Slasher and Ron, who are his 2 other brothers from the Brethren, as they discuss things. I'm 4/7 of the way done with that episode. I'm in the middle of it, or I have to have a lot of voice acting and things done before I can even get this thing fully animated. It's going to run a decent length, probably be around the same length as the last episode, Episode 5. Other things from the EC brand, my plans by the end of this year are to get Episode 30 done. 29 was long. That was nearly 20 minutes of cartoon. 30, I want to have close to that length. I'm going to try to pad it out more. There's going to be a lot of things happening in 30. It is the season finale. Season 2 has taken nearly 6.5 years to get done, but it's going to be worth it because once I'm done with that, it's going to be the big finale, which is a big movie, which is going to finish the Nasharian storyline for the most part and get everything ready for Season 3, which is going to be a lot of things happening. In episode 29, you had the first appearance of an on-screen Merc who spoke, a former Merc drone who's a Tolarian from the world of Tolar, which is the home of Spontaneous Sea. He spoke to Hero Man and Frostbite, explained to them, and his last line was, "The darkness is coming," or "the darkness approaches." Darkness is going to be referred to in episode 6 of Total Warriors, and it's going to be a current theme reigning throughout both series, and as it has been part of the EC universe for the last 15 years. You're finally getting a glimpse of it. But we had another crossover between 2 series. We had a Merc and Hero Man, just like we had Big Cluck and a Rip Scallion drone in Total Warriors, and references between the 2. One thing I plan on doing sometime soon, and 2 big projects I want to do that aren't cartoons. I want to do an EC gag reel. I have various scenes in my episodes that I have the video clips for, and all the frames are still on my laptop. I want to do a gag reel, 10 scenes or so, with various characters. So if you're part of the cast, just look at it. I'll be sending you some gag reel script lines sometime soon. Other project I want to do is this big compendium, this big conglomeration of knowledge, of connections between Hero Man, Total Warriors, and the other series, Windfire, Spontaneous Sea, the TKs, and so forth, because there's a lot of things that connect between the series that I want you to know more about, as we've seen glimpses in, again, Big Cluck from Hero Man, as well as the Roach Galleon drone was in an episode. It was, I believe, episode 3 of Total Warriors. And then you had, this has been the second or third reference to Merc Tech in Hero Man, and now I direct Merc on Hero Man. And there's other things I want to have. You even had Frostbite referring to the Mercs as they attacked Italia, as you saw a little image, still image, and that image included a Harsnian. So things are connecting between, and I want to do this. There's a lot of knowledge between these series that you may want to know going forward. Unless you check the EC Wiki, which I'll post a link for, and I can share links wherever you want me to share a link to it. That has a lot of knowledge. It's a good repository, but I want people to know more about the universe and how these two series connect and how the other comic series do connect as well, to get you to maybe encourage you to buy the comics. One thing the ecbrand.com now has is a shop. Hero Man Adventures, all 3 issues are on there. I gotta add everything else that is on Amazon and just remove the Amazon listings, because honestly those haven't done much. In this way I get straight cash, and I can promote and link to my website to build some sort of income from it. So Total Warrior 6 is coming soon. Hero Man 30 will be getting underway sometime this fall. The EC Gag Reel, the Universal Compendium, whatever I'm going to call it. Figure out a good big word title for that. And then one thing I'm going to say right now, and I had 2 of my friends, I had Kevin Parrish and Nathan Adams, 2 of the voices of Deadbolt and Crossfire respectively, do a little bit of background drawing, do a spaceship or something for episode 6. And something I'm going to throw out there now, I want any artist who, if you don't have any voice acting talent, or you're afraid of voice acting, that's cool. If you want to be a voice actor, awesome. You're added to the IMDb as a voice actor in either series, and I'm looking for expanding the cast in both series as things progress. Episode 6 is a huge cast. I have 12 new voice actors in this one at least. In episode 30 of Hero Man, I want to have a few more in there as well, just to sort of pad out the cast, because the cast I realize is kind of limited and a lot of dudes. So if you want to be a voice actor, awesome. Find me on LinkedIn or Facebook or even Twitter or whatever, and message me there. But one thing I'm going to throw, if you want to do some background art, even if it isn't just, I'm not saying a piece of background that the character stands for. I mean a little image I can work into an episode's background, a poster, an image on a view screen, something like that. Or if you are a musician, I know a lot of musician friends out there. If you want to have a piece of your music, like a 15-second clip, worked into an episode, or you want to do a bit of score, background music, legitimate background music for an episode of either series, awesome. But if you want to do music or art or voice acting, any of those 3, or you want to create a character, I'm still throwing that out. If you want to create a character or have your own original character thrown into either series, awesome. If you want to do any of those things, you will be listed on either series IMDb pages and the episode that character, voice, music, or art appears in. I've added a few artists to Total Warriors. I'm my girlfriend Angie, and now I have Kevin and Nathan, who are all artists on the series. I have co-creators and writers who created characters, like Angie and my friend Adub, who did a lot of co-creation with Hero Man, with the Shari and stuff. But if you want to do anything, if you want to be part of either series, let me know. I am fully down with helping you build up an audience or get your name out there, or a little recognition. And having a thing on IMDb to me is one of the coolest things ever. So those are everything EC related. Total Warriors episode 6 will be done hopefully by the end of this coming week. Hoping to get it done now before the month is over. But if I have to go through my days, that's awesome. That's fine, because this episode is going to be a huge episode. Hero Man 30 is coming sometime before the year is over, and then the big 30-something minute movie will end that Nishari and stuff, and then season 3 begins, which is going to delve into the darkness. The darkness is going to be a core part of that series. One thing about Total Warriors is when I get to the next episode, I am going to need 2 voice actors. I'm going to say this right now, 2 key voice actors, and I want actors of superior talent. I have a decent cast so far. The quality of audio needs to be better, because when I have 2 key characters coming up in episode 7. They are Blade, who's the leader of the Brethren of the Blade. No relation, just named the character when I was like 15 years old. Like, Blade, that's not taken. But he's going to be in episode 7, as is one of the first ever on-screen spirit god, the Trickster, who's a dark spirit god, one of the twin dark spirit gods of Troa. He's a tricky one. I have to figure out how to do a decent design and animate. Not going to be easy, but his voice has to be perfect. So when I get to that episode, maybe not this year, but maybe sometime early next year, I'm going to have to cast actors who can do it well. I have a few in mind, but I like expanding the cast. If I have to have a repeat actor, that's fine. I do 15 voices in Hero Man, not to mention everything on Wii-Pals, which is not EC. Used to be connected, not anymore. Anyways, I'm wrapping this up now. So make sure you check episode 29 of Hero Man, as well as Total Warriors 5 from earlier this year, and anything. Look forward to episode 6. Look forward to any other EC projects I have coming. Check the website, theecbrand.com. Check out the EC Wiki, Elemental Comics Wiki, something that's on fandom. I'll link it below, or you can find it somewhere. Or check the website. There's a link on the website. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get that up to 500 before the year's over. I'm like 416, so I'm relatively close to that. Thank you for watching. See you guys.